Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. Today, we're working on a fabric holder, a fabric basket, whatever. You can fold it, you don't have to sew it. So it's to sew or not to sew, depending on the thickness of your fabric. Okay, you guys know that I have some, it's like a pleather leather here. It's a huge roll that we have, and I've done many projects with it, made pillows and dog beds and bags and all sorts of doodads and even a bunny and a pig. And I thought, well, I have some baskets for stashing my fabric, but I needed a couple of bigger ones to hold some of the bigger bits of fabric without taking up 2 baskets or, 10 baskets for a bit of fabric. So I thought, well, what can I build? So I went online and I found a free pattern for felted fabric and how to fold it. So isn't that cute? Isn't that perfect? And it's just folded. Here, that's it. I'll show you. There and there. And I thought, what a way to keep all the projects that I've done, like this is the solar flare, what's left of the fabric for the solar flare. So, maybe I'd like to keep that together and keep do a different project with it. So you take this handle, and once you overlap these 2 pieces here, you of course have the slits to be able to go either this way or you can go under and over. It depends on where you want the handle. If you go this way, the handle's on the outside, okay? And it's very easy and very very inexpensive to put together, especially if you got you can do this as a piece project with jean, great for leather, great for this pleathery sort of project. But I did 2 layers because it's not as thick as I would love it to be. So when I made one, I thought, okay, that looks a little flimsy, so let's do 2. So that's what we're gonna do today, okay? So we're gonna cut another 2. So I have the layers of wrong sides together. And of course, this is going to be sewing with the wrong sides together. We're just going to put a little stitch around all the way just to kind of put the 2 projects together. I thought as I was cutting this out, maybe I should have quilted it. I could have totally quilted this to keep the 2 pieces of fabric together and cut it out after that. There's an idea. Or I could have used 2 maybe lighter jean or denim sort of material, put batting in between and quilted that and cut it out afterwards and then use the basket as that. If you like the shape so much, you can just put a couple of stitches down on either side, right here to hold the little tabs together, and it's a permanent basket. But I like the idea of being able to collapse it when I actually finish the fabric that's in those baskets. All right, so we're gonna finish cutting this out. And like I said, I just pin the 2 layers together. And so that way when I go to take the pins out, I'll just put them back under, taking my template away. And it's a fabric template. I put the image up on the screen. I could have printed it, but I didn't. I put it up on my big screen TV and taped this bit of white fabric over it, took my ruler, followed the lines with a Sharpie marker, and there I go, I have my pattern. So I could have made it bigger, could have made it smaller. This seemed like a good size, but the choice is up to you, okay? So let's just finish cutting this out here. I think we're almost there. I think I got the little slits in there. Did I get the slits in there? Yeah, okay. So get them on this side. And you don't even have to sew this. If you had that felt fabric or thick denim or canvas or some, even some of those outdoor fabrics are pretty tough, you could totally make it out of that as well. I think this is a great way to hold stuff for the bathroom, maybe just the stuff for, maybe some utensils for at the kitchen, or it's the little basket that gets taken out when everybody does the barbecuing, because you got all the utensils in the barbecue for the barbecue. I don't know. I'm sure there's 1,001 ways you could think up to use this. You could even have it in the car. It's nice and light. The kids could have it as their basket. Everybody's got a basket that sits at the bottom of the stairs, and you collect your stuff throughout the day and, take your basket back up to your room, all your stuff in it. Okay, oh, we want to make sure we get this handle here. Yeah, I did lots of pins. I didn't want this moving. And this is my fabric template, so, you know, I can use as many times as I need, but I have to make sure I'm not cutting into it too much. Okay. Hopefully everybody had a beautiful weekend last weekend, it being Mother's Day weekend. I know I did. I had a great day. Munchkin looked after me all day. So did Pop. It was very nice just to hang out with them and enjoy the day together. And we didn't go anywhere or do anything exciting. We just hung out together, and that was exciting enough for me. It's exactly what I wanted. So we had a lot of fun. We were playing a game together, so that was fun. A lot of laughs. Always lots of laughs. All right, so once we get this is the hardest part, seriously. And if you had, you know, a thick enough fabric that you were happy with that would hold the shape of the basket that you're trying to achieve, then all you need is the one layer. Okay. Let's just pop those on the floor. Okay. Now we're going to take those pins out and then just put them right back under, but under the template fabric, okay? So we just have it on our project. Okay, so take those out. Put the pin back there. And here. We don't want things to shift. We really want these to be lined up as much as possible. There was just one or two little spots on this basket that were not just, that's because I cut them two separately. So I thought if I cut them together, that makes sense to be able to put this together better. Okay. Like I said, you can make this as big as small as you like. You can use it for your spools. You could use it for your bobbins. You could use it for, you know, all your little scrappy bits. If you're starting to cut your 2-inch squares out of stuff or 2.5-inch squares, you can just start plopping them in the basket. I thought one quilted, you know, put a bunch of squares together, quilt it, and then cut it out to be a basket, and it's your scrappy basket because it's, you know, made of all the scrap fabric, right? Sometimes. Sometimes I smart, sometimes not so much. Oh, don't hook on my shirt. Okay. And then we're just going to sew around to sew these two edges together. And because this fabric's not going to fray, I'm not worried about it. So that's why I don't mind putting those two raw edges together. Almost there. I think we're done. Yep. Okay. I want to keep these corners nice and precise, so I'm going to make sure there's a pin down in there, because that's where this basket gets its little points from, right here. That's that cut right there. Okay. So you want to make sure those get nice and precise, so they actually really give that point. Okay. Move that one over here. And now we're just going to stitch. We're just going to stitch all the way around, and even stitch on either side of the slit and either side of the handles too, okay? But slow and steady. I changed the thread to pink, so we're going to have beautiful pink thread to work with today on my tan fabric, so you can really see what we got going on. Okay, we'll just start up at one side, and careful not to poke. We don't want to poke ourselves, but... And then you could use a nice decorative stitch, nice zigzag, you know, whatever. There's many stitches on your machine. A blanket stitch. You had a little flower stitch or something. That would be pretty too. And I'm just kind of hugging the side, using that 1/4 foot to ride along the edge to keep these two fabrics together. Okay. There's a little bit of a pucker there, so I lifted the foot to try to ease the fabric a little bit, and then back on track, okay? And hopefully I'm getting the two bits of fabric. I'm going to comes to the corner, come a little closer and pivot. And try put in a jean or a leather needle in when you're doing such thick fabric like this. It's just it's sturdy enough to go down and to continuously puncture the fabric. So it's a tougher needle. Okay, you don't want to waste one of your little embroidery or standards needles, just in case. Just a suggestion, or if you have a thicker one. All right, just work away around. Come past that angle, so when you pivot around, you're not having to like cut that corner short or anything. You have enough room to just flip and go straight up. Okay. Okay, and lift. There we go, and lift. There we go. It's like the street cleaners going around. Again. Okay, there we go. She was beeping at me because I didn't have my foot down. Okay, take that pin out. Okay, almost there. You're just making it one unit. You're trying to make those two fabrics, or however many fabrics you have. If you got some really funky print and you know got nothing else to do with it, maybe make a few baskets out of it. Our tulips are coming up. They're really close. They're ready to open. Almost. Some of them. Some are still just kind of creeping up. Ooh. Great project if you're looking for some storage ideas and have fabric to spare and be able to put in those baskets that you're trying to make. So it's a great way to use some of the some of the weirder fabric or tougher fabric or bag fabric that you maybe bought, or denim, like denim, corduroy. That's what I was thinking, not denim. Corduroy would be another one, though it might fray, so you might have to do something about the edges there. Could we serge the edges first? Maybe, or serge them together. That's another way you could do that. We're almost back around. We're almost back around. At least it's a continuous kind of sew project, right? We're just going all the way around. No back and forth. And with this tan fabric, I could use all sorts of bright threads. I could section out, and now that this has pink thread on it, that's where all the pink scraps go, sort of thing, or the bigger bits. So at a quick glance, oh, come up with some sort of system, color code system. Okay, now you do the same where it comes to the handles and just along either side of the slits, okay? But I will show you how easy peasy that is to make a folded basket. Okay, just get all these out here, put them in my pin cushion. The weather's so nice today. It's supposed to be nice for a couple of days. Get warm but rain, that's okay. All right, so now you have it either way, like whichever way you want to place it, it doesn't really matter. So I'll lay it this way so you can see at the front here. Okay. So you take one side and you prop it up, and you take the other side and you prop it up. Now, if you wanted to go the opposite way of what that one is, you would go, I think it's this way. No, be this way. Here, I think it's under, and then over. Yeah, that pops it up on the inside, okay? So we'll just straighten that out a bit here, because I kind of got a little turvied. Okay. There. And that just puts the handle onto the inside of the basket, okay? Just like that. But if you wanted it the other way, and whichever way you want to flip and flop these, it doesn't really matter, just as long as they're together and the slits are lined up, okay? Then this puts it on the outside of the basket, okay? So you have many ways. And if, say, you like it and you want to make it something permanent for, you know, like the kids' room or something. Oh, there was a thread that was blocking here. Oops. There we go. Okay. I was wondering why it wasn't fitting properly. Okay. There we go. Maybe that's the little tub toy basket. It's something easy for them to handle. It's really light, and they can always just put it away in a drawer when they're done, sort of thing. Okay. All right, thank you everybody for watching, liking, and subscribing, and checking us out on Patreon. And stay tuned for the live stream on Saturday, where we're going to continue work on the beautiful seahorse project, and go from there. So take care, enjoy, and have a great day. Okay, bye everybody.